Welcome to Cursive Lesson 18. We're working on the letters E and V, our capital E and our capital V. Make sure you put your heading on. Always do that first. Your name, number, date, first and last in cursive. Our directions: trace each letter, so it's going over the dotted lines, and use the dots provided to practice writing each letter. Okay, so we're going to start with our letter E. We're going to start at the starting dot. We curve up, touch the top, curve down toward the middle. When we get to the middle, we're going to make a little loop. Then we're going to curve down, touch the bottom, make the tail. So we have our starting dot, curve up to the top, curve down to the middle dotted line, make a little loop, and curve all the way to the bottom and make your tail. And that tail is where it's going to connect to the next letter. Starting dot, curve up to the top, to the middle, make your loop, curve down to the bottom, make your tail. Starting dot, curve up to the top, to the middle, make your loop, curve down to the bottom, make the tail. Okay, so starting dot, curve up to the top, curve to the middle, make your loop, curve to the bottom, make your tail. Starting dot, curve up to the top, go to the middle dotted line, make your loop, curve to the bottom, make your tail. Starting dot, curve up to the top, to the middle dotted line, make your loop, curve to the bottom, make your tail. Starting dot, curve up to the top, curve to the middle, make your loop, curve to the bottom, make your tail. Okay, so it looks like very much like a backwards 3. That's what it should look like, the little loop in the middle. So we're going to practice some more. Starting dot, curve up to the top, to the middle, make your loop, curve to the bottom, make your tail. Starting dot, curve up to the top, make a loop at the middle, curve to the bottom, make your tail. Starting dot, curves up to the top, to the middle, make your loop, curve to the bottom, make the tail. Starting dot, curve up to the top, to the middle, make your loop, curve to the bottom, make your tail. I'm going to practice here. Curve up to the top, to the middle, make your loop, curve to the bottom, make your tail. Starting dot, curve up to the top, to the middle, make your loop, curve to the bottom, make your tail. Starting dot, curve up to the top, to the middle, make your loop, curve to the bottom, make your tail. Starting dot, curve up to the top, to the middle, make your loop, curve to the bottom, make tail. So those are our letter E's, capital E. Now we're going to do capital V. Now capital V is one of the letters that actually will not connect to the next letter. We just make our V. So we start at the starting dot, we curve down to the bottom, touch the bottom, curve all the way back up close to the top. And it will not connect to the next letter. You would start your lowercase letter down at the bottom where it would normally start. So V starts at the starting dot, curve, touch the bottom, and then curve back up. Okay, you may think it looks kind of like a U, but a U actually goes back down. So V, curve down to the bottom, touch the bottom, and then you curve to the top, and you end it there. Starting dot, curve down to the bottom, touch the bottom, curve up, and that's where we end the V. So our starting dots, curve down to the bottom, touch the bottom, and we curve up to the top. Starting dot, curve to the bottom, touch the bottom, curve up to the top. You can go all the way back up to the top, but at least go near it. Curve to the bottom, touch the bottom, curve up to the top. Okay. Curve to the bottom, touch the bottom, curve to the top. All right, now let's practice a few more. Curve to the bottom, touch the bottom, curve toward the top, go near it. You can touch it, it's okay, but I'm going to at least go near it. Starting dot, curve to the bottom, then curve up toward the top. Starting dot, curve toward the bottom, curve back toward the top. Beginning dot, curve toward the bottom, curve back toward the top. Make sure you do touch the bottom line. Curve, touch the bottom line, and then curve back toward the top. Starting dot, curve toward the bottom, touch the bottom, curve toward the top. Starting dot, curve toward the bottom, touch the bottom, curve toward the top. Starting dot, curve, touch the bottom, curve, go up. So those are E's and V's. Go ahead and turn to the back and practice them some more. Not too difficult letters, but we do want to make sure that you practice. So thank you for joining me.